Yo, this is UndaSkore. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to jump into Ableton to make another track. Let's get straight into it. And I am actually recording the voiceover for this after making the track because I'd done it quite late at night. So the plan today is to make a beat in the style of Future, 21 Savage, a Metro Boomin sort of beat. Here's just a really quick, not really a melody, but 3 notes that I came up with that are really dark and in a bell sound, I think create a sort of vibe that I want for this sort of track. So I just recorded that in just as soon as I opened the program, quickly got it down because I had the sound open. So next I knew that I wanted to add the 808 straight away, which is quite an unusual move for me, but I could hear the sort of bounce that I wanted to do. So I had a Spins 808 open with a bit of distortion and just started playing around with the notes. And once I just worked out what the notes would be and what the bounce is, just record it as quick as possible. Next I wanted to add in the hi-hats. I wanted a really quick, fast pattern with minimal rolls. So once that's done, I've moved on to adding in the snare. Next, I had an idea for some claps to just add to the depth of the snare, but also with a bit of delay, giving a more driving feel. So I had a frequency shifter on there, which can give it some really interesting changes. So this one, as you can see, is sort of like a delay, but it just keeps it continuously going, which gives a nice bounce to it. Going straight into the kick next, I want this to work with the 808, not necessarily on top of it and matching every note, but just to make sure that the groove complements each other. Next I want to add the next part of the melody. So I had a piano sound and I was just improvising over the top to try and find something. Here's a few of the ideas I messed with. Now I tried to change the sound. I went through different bells because I find that bells work really well with this sort of Metro Boomin style of sound. When I realised I couldn't find a melody that worked, I had the idea to use an idea from Cymatics. Now here's a really good way to sort out a melody if you're struggling. You'll see what I did is there's a Diamonds pack from Cymatics that has melodies in there. I found one in the key of the song I was working in, which is A minor in this case, and found one that fit the style, although it was sounds that didn't really fit and it didn't really appeal to me. So a good thing with Ableton, you can just drag the audio into a MIDI track and it will convert for you. Doesn't necessarily come out perfect, especially if it's a complicated melody, but it gives you something to work with, which is really important. So you'll see here I've dragged it into the MIDI portion, convert it and see what happens. Next I wanted to start adding a few incidentals, so reverses and crashes, just to create transitions and help with the vibe. Next, needed to add another sort of counter melody, so I wanted to do something really minor, really light in the background. So with Omnisphere, I've just played around with these sounds. And I really liked just that light couple of notes, just every now and then, that feel like they're part of the main melody, but only come in sporadically. At this point, it was about adding more percussion and effects and just things to mix things up. So for the next section, I wanted a really minor percussion effect that just added a bit more depth to the percussion, and would only come in at certain points, perhaps in choruses or just after. So after I finished arranging it and just finishing the mixing, adding my tag, the track was finished. So before I play the final version, I just want to say thanks again for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you want to see more. I am actually getting my camera this week finally, so I'll be able to start showing you more of my process from next week and uploading more consistently. I plan to get into a lot of details on recording guitar, making samples and melodies specifically, and trying all sorts of different genres of music and not just hip hop and trap. If there's any constructive feedback, or if there's anything you want to see, please let me know in the comments below. My socials are all below in the description. Please go follow me on Instagram if you want to see constant visual edits with my beats, or if you want to see what else I get up to in the music world. And once again, thank you for watching. Here's the final version. Enjoy. Peace.
UndaSkore.